Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is me, still after. This is the Arsenal stand, ladies and gentlemen. As we dive into lots and lots, we know Champions League is here, and Champions League is one of the biggest European league, as you already know, and it's another big night for the Arsenal, as you guys already even know what is happening around the world. But we are here to discuss them together and give you the best of the best information that we have heard and we have seen, and we have to discuss certain things that we feel like they're going to be very, very important in this particular game. As you guys know, Arsenal is going to go to Sporting, that is Sporting CP, and one of the biggest, stadium, in my opinion, that has actually, revived itself over the few years. And the one prominent one is the recent one that Sporting CP from 3-0. Guys, you already know 3-0, coming back to beat Bodo Glimt 5-0. That is an epic performance that nobody and no one will ever forget about. Because if you look at this, guys, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a game where everybody will say, yeah, maybe this is just a walk in the park, or it's like one of other game. Quarterfinals in the Champions League is always a very, very difficult game. And we are up for it. And we want to see if this team will show up. This team will perform to the level where we think they are capable of going on and winning things the way we want them to win, because it's been amazing to watch this team the entire season in the Champions League. We have done so well, in my opinion. We have tried our best, and we still hold the record of not being beaten in the Champions League, and that is really, really important. But we are on a shambolic moment. We are on a verge of collapsing from different cups, different competitions. And I hope this is not going to be one of those competitions where we will not show up when we really need to show up. So this is what we're going to discuss. We had lots of press conferences around already. Mikael talked about some few things. We may look in some few things that he said, and one of his prominent quote for the day, I have it right here for you guys to take a look at it, because he has actually said something that we discussed yesterday in the stream. Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys. Put in your comment, put in your prediction for the game as well, and let me know on what you think of the game, the Champions League. Now, this comment from Mikel Arteta, when he was asked, this is one of the best word that I've seen from this guy. But the only problem is this guy has said this many times, many years, and he doesn't fulfill them. This is what I made, and I also posted it on Twitter. If you go follow on Twitter as well, you will see this. Feel the pain, feel that emotions, and use it to be better and to improve. Mikel on focusing on our strengths and retaining perspective. I have heard this guy talked about a lot of stuff, guys. So many things that I believe sometimes he say things, but he doesn't fulfill them. Like he doesn't make it to the level where he says those things. That is my only problem with Mikel, guys. I don't know if you guys know, but like I have been watching his press conferences, and every time he comes with a very, very good quote, and you can actually see that, oh, this guy is meaning something, is saying something that is really, really important. But at the end of it all, what you see on the pitch is not exactly what you know you anticipate from this coach. How many pain have we actually gone through if we had to think about that? Down the road, 3 years, 6 years down the road, we haven't won anything other than one trophy, and that is the FA Cup, which we got knocked out by a championship team. And now he's saying we should feel the pain and use it to make us better and improve. how much pain does this coach want us to be in, guys? Like, how much pain does this team want us to be through to really make us, I mean, to improve us in a way that he wants us to improve? Because I don't think there is more than there's no other pain that Arsenal hasn't gone through that can basically improve their situation. I don't know, guys. What do you think? But in my opinion, I would say we better use that pain correctly this particular match because Sporting CP is not here to play. Sporting CP is not here to say that yes, you are on the top, you are on top of the league. You have been really, really good in the Champions League. I see you guys in the chat. Thanks, man. Jesus loves you too, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate your chat. I love you too. But yeah, so let's see. In my opinion, in my way, I would say we need to show up. That's the only thing I want to see in this particular team when we go to Sporting today. I want us to impose ourselves. I want us to have that confidence and defend as much as we can. The good news is we have Gabriel Magalhaes, who is back and kicking, which is really, really important for us. I thought the injury that he got against, Southampton was going to be really, really massive, but we saw him in the training today. He's been very, very good. I've seen him, performing and training, and that's good, guys. That's a wonderful news, in my opinion. And it's been really, really tremendous to see him back because we haven't been defending well. But with Gabriel present and Saliba, as you guys know, is present, some of the guys who have traveled also. We have No Good. We have Trossard is available, and we already know Odegaard is available as well. So we have quite a team that has actually been back in the team, which is important, as you guys know, very, very important for us really to to have those players back in the field. The only thing is we don't have a few that is going to be a little bit tricky for me. I know Bukayo Saka hasn't been performing well, so he's missing. He's not going to be available for this particular match. So Bukayo is unavailable, and also we know Eberiche Eze is unavailable, as you guys know, and Mikel Merino is also unavailable. So we have quite a bit of players that they would not be in position to play this game, and also we know Nkape is not available for this particular game. So with all these injuries that we have, I feel like we still have the capacity. We still have the team, guys. We still have the team to win. We still have the team to beat any opponent that we can face. Because Champions League is just a matter of taking your chances. It's the matter of taking your opportunity when it comes. And the big news is our main Toliman, Victor Gyökeres, is in the house, guys. Clap your hands for Victor Gyökeres. He's going back to his area code, and we already know what he did there. And hopefully, these particular supporters will give him the time to really appreciate, give him the time to have his opportunity to play his game. I hope he turned up. Sometimes when you go back to, I mean, the way he left actually should actually give him more desire to go on and win things for this particular team, because I believe, when you leave a place, when you leave a particular situation in that way where you had to like strike and do stuff like that, that should give you desire to show them that yes, I am still the striker that you guys wanted to see. I'm still the striker that you guys want to have. Happy Easter to you guys. Would you like to talk about religion? If not, it's okay. We are talking about sports, guys. Um, I'm already, we're talking about sports, but if you want to talk about things like that, that would be another opportunity sometime, someday, but not in this stream. But anyway, thanks for your stream. Subscribe to the channel also and be part of the channel. We do sports here. I'm already a Christian, so I discuss a lot of things with people, but this is not time to discuss things like that. But one day we will have a time to talk about those things. But anyway, let's get back to the Arsenal now. I see you. Hey, my Ateta friend, man. Elrod, I see you. Thanks for joining, man. Thanks for joining. I see you. Thanks for joining. I appreciate your time, man. How's it going, man? How's it going? Everything okay? Everything going on well with you? Um, out there, yeah, I'm good. I'm actually good. I am way much better, and I'm hoping this team doesn't disappoint me to, in this particular game, man. I'm curious. I'm hoping we're gonna win this game. At Sporting CP, the challenge is they are not an easy team. They are really very very complicated in my opinion. If you look at, let me actually see the home record for these guys. I saw it somewhere. Like it's crazy how these guys Sporting home records that they have in the Champions League. Um, it's it's just unbelievable, um, how they have been beating people over and over and over. Like if you see here, in the Champions League and on, so the record is very, very clear, very, very open in the Champions League this particular season. At home, as you see here, I don't know if you guys I can share this with you. So when you look at the game that they played, the first win was 4-1 against Dortmund. They have 2-1, against other team, 3-1 against Inter, 2-1 against PSG, and 5-1 against 5-0 against Bodo Glimt. So they have been really, really also super good at home in the Champions League. And I don't know if we are going to be able to break that down because with the form that we're in, I hope what Mikel says is the emotions and everything can turn up and we can do that. Errol, let me see what you're saying. Yeah, man, but I hope you will be okay later. I am waiting for them. Man, it's not gonna. We're not gonna have meltdown, man. No more meltdowns, no more meltdown because I basically think first leg I'm not gonna have. I mean, I will criticize my team for sure if we all of a sudden get out of this game like that. I will actually be in good shape, to talk about it and criticize them at the moment. But for me, the main game is at home. When we whatever we do today at Sporting, it shouldn't really affect us so much. And I was still, at the back of it, unless if we get buttered 5-0, 4-0, or 3-0 without really scoring anything, then I would be worried because that would mean the tie is completely different or completely, done. But I basically think if we can go there and just probably nick a 1-0 or still come back with a 1-1. We have played Sporting before, I believe. One of the games they beat us in the penalty, if I remember well, and the other one we beat them also. That I think we played in the group stage. We went there and beat them like 5-0, right? But that was in the league phase, which doesn't matter. This is the moment where you have to show up that your ability is still there and you are on top of the game and you want to win those matches as soon as possible. So I don't think having this um game at Sporting mean anything for us if we lose, but it will be, it will depend on the manner that we lost the game. But if we gave our all and then we couldn't just really contain them, and we see also the fight that the team has put in, I think, I mean, for the first leg, I am not gonna have so much meltdown, man. I know people will be waiting. What happened to the best defense in the league? I mean, best defense in the league has been injured. The injury has actually affected us so much. That's why we are not having the best defense in the league, in my opinion, because we still have lots and lots of injuries in the defense. Calafuri was on and off. Gabriel on and off. Saliba on and off. The best thing is Timber helps the defense so much. People don't realize that Timber is actually very, very good, even at covering left back, covering right back at some point, and covering the defenders if things are not going on well. So the last few games that Timber has missed, I feel like we have missed Timber so much, man. And I And that's the reason, as that's the reason why we are not even performing well in most cases, because I feel like Timber normally used to cover a lot of space and, running around and covering our defense line, and when things are not going well, he still kind of maneuver and go out and do his things. But possibly he will come back and really help us. We need him, guys. We need him in this particular game. If he is available, actually he's not available for this game, so that is alarming. Mikel Arteta said probably Bukayo Saka and Timber may be back against Bournemouth. That is in the weekend. If that is true, I think that would be a big boost for the Arsenal. But for this particular game, I want us just to try there, even if we can do 1-0 and Yokora score at least two or three, if possible. We have to just feed Gyökeres. I don't want us to keep Gyökeres just up front there with nothing completely. If we can really feed Gyökeres in this particular game, he can show Sporting what they are missing, because he has been there. He knows the team. He knows how everything goes in, and I believe he will be in good shape, to at least try his best to play his game. Possibly we will win. Errol, let me see again what he's saying here. That was the past, bro. Mark my word. Ateta outloading. You are the yard man, guys, huh? Yeah, man. Yard man. Like the stream, guys, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And yeah, join in the comment as well. Give me your opinion on this game, your prediction, and your starting lineup. All those we are gonna drive into it. We have all this long, so we always do 1 hour stream. So keep them coming. We will go one by one on your comments and keep it moving as well. Thanks for joining. Thanks for those one who have just joined. I appreciate you guys. One love to you all. And yeah, I mean, what can I say, man? I'm not yet ready to let Ateta go, Errol. Like, I think, I mean, Clark it's too early, man. It's too early to just say Mikhail should leave, even if I know if he doesn't win anything, like I said yesterday, completely, if he does not win anything, he has to go. But if he wins us Premier League and takes us to maybe the final of the Champions League or even semifinals, that is a win for me, in my opinion, because at least much as we're disappointed, I feel like our disappointment as Arsenal fans sometimes is just too much, because we over expect this team to do something that they cannot do. In 6 years, we should do better, in my opinion. But looking at the scenario, looking at the situation, looking at everything, it feels like winning the Premier League and winning, I mean, for this season is way better than winning 3, 4 trophies for me, because that's the stepping stone to me. If we win the league, that should give us more, give us more momentum to go on and win more things. Because we need that, and we need really, really to perform. In my opinion, because yeah, basically some of this is it's just the way we do our things, the way we perform in our Champions League, in our games, and it hasn't been great, but I would appreciate if we win something at least this season, whether it being Champions League or Premier League. That would be very, very important to me, in my opinion, Clark. I'm doing a side high looking for that game, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. We will see you. Hi. Hello, Tanya. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. Bournemouth is fighting for Europe as well. I think that game is going to be tough. Yeah, I mean, we will be here to talk about it, after this game. I hope this game that we are playing is going to basically help us to push towards, should push towards playing this particular game in Bournemouth. In my opinion, if we win this, it's gonna give us more, energy, and we can revive our season. Almost, we will be like in and out and doing all this stuff together. But if we don't win, man, it's just gonna be frustrating, and people are gonna turn their back on Arsenal and Mikel Arteta, and we will hear your Arteta out for. Absolutely, we will if we don't turn up, in my opinion. But it will start today. We cannot lose 3 games in a row. At this crucial moment, we cannot. Like, seriously, we cannot afford to lose 3 matches in a row. that's gonna be alarming. It's gonna be frustrating for everyone. You like I said, you will hear a lot of Ateta outers, like you're saying. Meltdown will be everywhere, in my opinion. If we don't win this game, I if we come back with a draw, I think maybe it will still be um little bit of time for people really to discuss and think about things. But if we lose this game against Sporting, guys, man, join the stream tomorrow and you will hear. I know it's still the first leg, so we'll still have optimism in the second leg, depending on how much how many goals we concede in this game. But I'm not yet ready to think about the negative part, Clark. So hopefully it will be a good shape for us. It will be a good game for us, in my opinion. But the people that have traveled, Declan Rice back in the midfield, Zubimendi back in the midfield, and yeah, you guys already know Odegaard is available, so I'm sure he's gonna start. We will look at the lineup in a bit, but that is my take on some of those players. We will do the predicted lineup as well. Let's see, Clark here, bro. Arsenal fans side is going to go to be 4 trophies, but now the tune is changing to one. Clark, you know, you know what? Like, I never expected us really to win more than one trophy this season. I wanted us to win more than one, but I didn't expect Arsenal to win more than 4 trophies because we don't have the players to do that. Like, none of the English team has ever done a quadruple, and I don't know why other people were talking about it. The performance that we have to take us really to get 4 trophies. Mikel Arteta, who has never won anything for the Arsenal, that was just dream. It was just a dream. I don't think it was a realistic dream. It was just a dream that people wanted to have, you know. But I don't know how long it will take Arsenal even to win 2 trophies in a season, unless we get good players like Vitinha or Varaskelia, or we change some of the wingers that we have. We brought in people who can drive the ball forward, like have a very good midfield. Have players who can take game on. With the likes of Derman coming up, if we can find somebody who can really go on and drive the ball. We don't have those midfielders who can take on and just dismantle what the coaches say and say, yes, I'm going to go on and show you that we want to win. We don't have anyone like that in the system. If we don't generate, bring up good players, and we don't buy good players and bring in new players in the system, or even in the midfield or defense, I don't think we are able to really, really do anything to win more than one trophy. One trophy is going to be a blessing in disguise for us. In other words, because we would, I mean, this season with I mean, towards the end of the season like this, the way we are playing, if we don't win anything, I would not be surprised because we have bottled it before. You know what? We have bottled it before, and it's sometimes when you fail so many times and you don't know how to pick yourself up, you keep failing. So that's the status. I mean, the status that we have at the moment. If Mikel does not change things, if he doesn't win anything, in my opinion, it's just going to be too difficult for him to come back from you know all this failing and failure that he has actually gone through. Because for 6 seasons in a row, if you can win the Premier League, finishing second 3 years in a row, 3 seasons in a row, this should give you more than a pain that he was talking about. The feeling doesn't have to come now. Arsenal should have had the feeling long time ago in their belly to perform to the best, man. Like this is, I mean, 4 trophies. That was just a dream, very complete dream. Nobody even thought about that. Um, so Errol said, "Bro, remember this is Arsenal at the time of every year Arsenal collapse." I know. I mean, it's that's why I'm giving them 85% to win the league. I didn't say it's 100% sure that Arsenal is gonna win the league. I'm still keeping my other percentage down to certain things that will happen in the season. It could be probably down to injuries, could be down to Mikel Arteta's tactics, could be down to other, other teams helping, Manchester City to beat us, and then, luck sometimes help. But that's why I'm saying we may win the league if we turn up to go and play the game like it's Seoul finals. I want to see a bounce back in this game. I want to see the momentum that we had at the beginning of the season. I just don't want to hear Mikel talking and what we perform in the pitch is totally different crap. I don't want to see that because at the end of it all, Mikel comes and talk, and hype us all up, and then what you see in the pitch is nonsense. The players are not showing up. Players are not winning deals. Players are not really performing in any way. That is the problem that we have, man. It's not all totally on the players. I feel like Mikel has also some responsibility to really go on and change, And I hope he changes certain things. I hope um he can perform well and win us at least the Premier League and Champions League. I don't think we are able to win it this season. We still have to pass this hurdle because Sporting CP, if you look at their record, guys, at home this season in against most of the team, they have almost won everything. Everything. 2-1, 3-1, 5-0. Very impressive at home. And that's the struggle that we're going to. They even beat PSG at home, which is, a very, very good team. And they're one of the contenders who are going to win, go in for the Champions League finals. In my opinion, PSG will just beat Liverpool almost like the same way they did beat Chelsea. Because with the defense that Liverpool has, I just say PSG has already made it through. Unless magic happen. In my opinion, PSG is already in the semifinals. You know, And then when you look at Arsenal still Sporting, we are still going to be fighting. And I will see this game tonight and watch it. And then we will come and celebrate later on in the day. Or we can come and cry and have a lot of meltdown, like you said, because it's not going to be easy for this Arsenal team to go there and just play their game. These guys are real players. They don't worry. They don't think about you being the champion. They don't think about you scoring so many goals. In your group stage or wherever phase stage they call it. They don't care. They just want to win. So Sporting is going to be a difficult game, and that's why I said if we don't show up, we will get beat. Like seriously, we will get beat beyond reasonable doubt. This yeah, we yeah. If Arsenal win the league, I have to leave Canada and go back to Jamaica. I can't afford that now. So I tend to out. What does Mikael has to do with you, man? Why? Is he the one keeping you in Canada, man? Blake, I mean Clark. You shouldn't be. I mean, oh, you're hilarious. But I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what to think about it, man. I just don't want to think about Mikael losing this league at the moment. I will keep my eye on it and see how the thing will unfold as the day go, as the league goes on. But I basically think the league we can win. We still have 9 points. The only challenge is are they gonna show up when they go to Etihad? Because that I feel like the game is going to be decided at the Etihad. If we collapse and we get walloped completely, that's gonna be draining. It's gonna take us back to almost zero level. And with these players that I've seen, how emotional they are sometimes, and how they really, really, get down on their knees when things are not going on well. They can't really lift up themselves. That's gonna be frustrating. It's going to be mouth-watering for us to really watch and see us collapsing. I know at this particular season when it matters the most, that is when Arsenal always crumble, always fall short. But I still have 85% in the bag, waiting to see what will happen. If they can surprise me by winning the game, if they can surprise me by really winning the Champions League as a bonus to me, I will take it. I will take it. Like, basically, I will take it. But man, don't go anywhere. Just live in Canada. Don't worry about Arsenal, really, because otherwise your life will just be ruined. Why do you have to go back home if you're doing well there? You have to win at least 5 games from the 7 matches to win the league. Yeah, I know that. I mean, 5 games from the 7. I mean, we are capable of doing that. Of course, we are gonna have draws in between. I'm looking at Newcastle game. I'm looking at Bournemouth game. Also, is a little bit tricky, but it's at home though. At home we don't really perform so bad, and I think if we can just bounce back and really show up against Bournemouth and beat them thoroughly, even at 4 or 5 goals, and keep our momentum going. I just don't want us to get beat today, like against Sporting. That should be the momentum driver. If we can beat Sporting thoroughly with the form that they have been on, it's going to be a good boost for us to go and win against Bournemouth. But if we lose, that's going to be another case, man. We will be crying and struggling and talking about it, even if it's just the first leg. We should not get beat there after getting beat twice already. That's going to be 3 times in a row getting beat and almost in the brink, of missing the Champions League semifinals. Last season, we made it to the semifinals, and I believe we are capable of making it again to the semifinals. If we bring ourselves, if we turn up, the only challenge is Arsenal doesn't turn up in the moment you want them to show up for you. That is the only problem I have with Arsenal. If you need them the most, they don't show up. That's the problem. We need to change our style of play. We need to change different things that we bring on the table. We need to have various plays, way of play. I mean, we need to have our strikers and our attackers going on for it because I feel like we are so reserved in many cases when we go to play. I know Champions League sometimes fade us so much, and the way we play in Champions League is totally different compared to other leagues, and but Sporting doesn't give you a chance to run around. They have also really good killer players, like this guy called Joko or Jogo, some guy like that. He is super, super good, and we have to watch him. We have to watch him if we want to win, man. Um, if you lose at the Etihad and City win their game in hand, it is just 3 points, and you are leading them by. Yeah, I know that, but that's the situation. That's why I'm telling you that the Etihad game is gonna be the most. Um, how can I say? It's like the finals for this particular league. Um, if we just get beat and after playing Manchester City, we have still 4 games left, and you know what will happen. Newcastle is another big team that is always a problem to us. If Newcastle beat us, that means we are down to, you know, no points completely. It's not that Manchester City are also gonna win all their games. They're still gonna have also, you know, some points dropped, in my opinion. So I can give that leeway also, at least, you know just a little bit of, how can I even call it, just luck in case some team also happens. I've heard people are saying Arsenal can win this league maybe if other teams help Arsenal by beating Manchester City before even we go to Etihad or even after Etihad. But Manchester City has good games. Their runs are not very, very bad, in my opinion. But anyway, let's go talk Champions League, man. Premier League has been good, but anyway, I see one few things here in Mikel Arteta's press conference that might help us and give us a little bit of insight on what we have at hand. Talking about some of the players, that has actually traveled with them, and we know almost everyone is there. Everyone, I know I don't want a video one. I just need a. Okay, every word from Mikel Arteta shortly after touching the ground. Let's see what he says here completely. We're not gonna watch all of that. I'm just gonna pick few things that I think is important. On whether it changes the importance of Tuesday's game. What is this? What is he talking about here? So here's the full script on what he's seen from the side since Saturday. That is after losing. Have some have some perspective how difficult it is, what we have done up to now, and then feel that pain and feel the emotion and use it to be better and to improve. So we were very clear in what happened. The reason why it happened, watching the game two times, we didn't deserve to lose that much, but this is football, and we get punished for things that are related to our identity, and that's the things that we need to, to defend in the strongest possible way because that's the reason that we are where we are. I mean, do you think, guys, we really deserve to win that game at Southampton? I don't think we do. Like, I don't think it was. We needed really to win. I mean, we were in good shape to win that particular game. We tried. We won actually on it. We didn't show up exactly the way we should, and I don't think his press conference is making sense to me. But all in all, guys, this team, no matter what happened at the end of the season, we have to still back them up. But if Mikel gets us to another level, the good news that we have is Gabriel is available, Declan Rice is available, Leandro Trossard is available. Those are the people who have troubled. But Bukayo Saka and Julian Timber, he said no, they are having trouble. They are not yet ready. Let's see. Hopefully, they are going to be ready for the weekend. So we will see the weekend if that is possible for Bokayo and Timber to come back. That is going to be important for us because I believe Bokayo has been super super good. In my opinion, he's been one of the players that we need at this moment. And Champions League games are very very important. Even if he's gonna miss this first leg, the second leg, I believe, even if people really has been you know crucifying Saka for his performance, I still believe he still bring out certain things that our team needs. He's not at his best, of course, because of the excuse me, I have some cold as well, guys, so my voice might not be quite there, but I believe you can hear me well. But Bukai, even if we think he's not really performing well, I believe he still deserve a lot of our praises and his flowers and looking at what he has carried for us. But I know people say things that you have done in the past doesn't value is not valuable at the moment, or it doesn't you can't credit it. But also we also have to realize that sometimes you may have situations, you may have things in life that doesn't turn out to be the exact things that you you anticipate. But also Bakayo, he's still good. He's still capable of doing things. He has just been overplayed, in my opinion. Let me drink some water a little bit. But anyway, so when you look at this particular match. Now, let me talk tactical now. As we go into, we spent already 30 minutes or so. What am I gonna expect from this game, and who are some of the players that I think I would play them in my opinion? Like looking at the game itself, um, I think we have to put out our best players to have the chance to win this game. Um, I want to see players who are going to be fighting. I want to see players who are going to show up. I want to see players who are going to be on it and not care about what others say and not care about the performance that we had in the past. I want these players to go out there and just do their best and win for us the game. If I see the performance and we come back with a draw or we get beat, I think I will still be sad, but I would be a little bit inside me would be excited because I would have seen a fight. But if we go and turn up like the way we did against Manchester City, against, Southampton, no spirit of fighting, nothing completely, then we shall have meltdown, as you guys already know. Every day we don't win, we have meltdowns. It's just the roller coaster that Arsenal has been taking us through at the moment. So, what would be my squad for the moment? My starting 11 or predicted starting 11? As usual, we know Declan Rice is available, and we know Saliba is available. We know Gabriel Magalhaes is available. Calafiori is available. No Nkapia. Timber is unavailable. That means Ben White will have to play. That's the only worry I have, guys. The Sporting CP defenders, they are very, very, very good. I mean, the wingers, they are very good. And I don't know how Ben White is going to cope with this. Unless Mikel decide to go with Mosquera, I would actually even play Mosquera in, in number two. Because in my defense, if I'm to go really, really on this, I will have Calafiori, I would have um, Gabriel Magalhaes, I would have Saliba, and I will put Mosquera instead of Ben White because I don't really trust Ben White with the performance that I saw against Southampton, a very, very small team, and with that error that he made, man, we don't need room for errors in this particular game. I don't want any error from our players because most of the part of the game that we have been playing, we just kill ourselves. Like we always inflict, what we call self-inflicted pain, passing the ball back or maybe miscuing or probably like not jumping quite right and just leaving the ball for the opponent to score. So for the punishment for me, I would keep Ben White out and have, Mosquera start in the fullback. That would be my defense. Mosquera, Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, and Calafiori. That's my starting 11 because Luis Kelly would actually come on at some point, but he wasn't also good against Southampton. I know he hasn't been playing well, so that would be my defense. Now in the midfield, of course, I know, what is Mikel will automatically go with what is his name? Will go with Zubimendi and Declan Rice. There's no way he's going to change that midfield because he has been playing that midfield in the Champions League and you know, so much that um, he's not going to change it. He will still play that midfield. Um, he will still play that midfield, in my opinion. And it's not a bad midfield. It's a good midfield. The only thing is they have to just turn up. And I saw Odegaard coming back to play against Southampton. He did play well, so I would give him a chance to start over Kai Havertz. But I know Mikel likes Kai Havertz so much. I don't think he might even leave him out. But if I were to choose and make my starting 11, probably I will go with Declan Rice, Zubimendi, and Odegaard. Have that midfield and, you know, keep it moving. And then surprisingly, in the wing, I mean, in the half front attacking, of course, I will start Gyökeres. And then in both flanks, I know he's going to do Madueke. For sure, he's going to do Madueke. And um, Madueke and what is his name, Trossard. Those are gonna be the starting, you know, guys up front, unless something changes. That's what I think. So we shall have Madueke, Gyökeres. and Trossard. And probably maybe he will bring in Max Dauman. I would have started Max Dauman, but he played already probably 90 minutes, so you need some rest with those legs, tiny legs. If he can come on later, that's fine. But I think he will do that. He will play that starting 11. That would be my starting 11, guys. Let me know in the prediction and let me know your predicted starting 11 as well. And yeah, as the Champions League matches will go on this particular day. And the formation will still be 4-3-3 as always. And I know Mikel likes that so much and it's going to keep it moving and moving and moving in that particular game. But anyway, guys, that's what we have for today on the starting 11 as well. But like I said, this game is a very, very big game, and this game needs Arsenal to show up, needs Arsenal to be at their best to win. And keep your predictions coming, even when the stream is over. Keep your predictions coming, and we will be in good position, really, to discuss a little bit of it. Even after, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed, and also be part of the channel. Every single day, we bring to you, yeah, Arsenal news and discussion. Now, the debate is about what will happen if we don't win at Sporting. I don't want to think about that, but there's one thing that Mikel says in his press conference on Victor Gyökeres facing his club, and I think he's very excited. Obviously, he's full of gratitude for his time here, the way he talks about the club, the players, the staff, everybody around the club, the experience that he had, how important that part of his journey was in Sporting has been. And now it's Arsenal. It's a quarterfinal of the Champions League. He's never played at this level in the competition, and obviously, you can imagine what it means to him. Are you sure Gyökeres has never played in the quarterfinals? I thought he was at Sporting CP. He played so many times. For real? Huh. That's a surprise to me. I thought Sporting CP went to. Oh yeah, we was. I thought we did knock them. Was that Europa Cup? Maybe it was Europa. Huh. That's good for him. I guess maybe when we played them, it wasn't really quarterfinals, but I thought it was quarterfinals. So Gyökeres hasn't played quarterfinals. Okay, that's good for him. He better show up then. On whether he has noticed a difference in Gyökeres after scoring in Sweden. For those are experiences that you put in your veins. I would say it doesn't get much better than putting your country into the World Cup with the goal that you scored. That's still there, but that's going to be there for the rest of his career. Like all the moments that he had there, he had here, the moments and the moment that he's creating for us. That's the story. That's the story he's creating, and hopefully tomorrow is going to show up another very good side of him. Okay, let's see if you play to his strength though, Mikel, because sometimes you don't really play to Gyökeres' strength. But if you do that, Mikel, that would be phenomenal. Guys, sorry that I'm not sharing. I thought I was sharing the press conference with you guys. Maybe I did not. Give me a second here. I can share with you guys, and we shall also be. I'm just looking at a few things in the press conference. That's what I'm doing here, guys. Forgive me if I thought I had been sharing it before. That should be good. There's some few things though that he said that is. And then on what the new players offer in terms of freshness, yeah, I think it's very good mixture because we had a really good campaign last year in the Champions League, and we came into this position when we played Real Madrid as well, and we managed to get into the semifinals. So that experience, those feelings are there. Tomorrow is going to be a very different game. We know the difficulty of that, but obviously we know what it takes. And what we have to do. So you better do it, Mikel. You better do it because it's not going to be easy for you. Guys, put your prediction in the comment. I see you. Therapy official. I will get back to you for sure. Thanks for joining, man. Yeah, let me read this last one, then I'll get back to your comment in a second. I want to see, there was something he said here that about avoiding panic. On what he means by identity. So this is what he said. Everything is not philosophical. There are parts and identities created by behaviors, not with words in the world or with things that I want to achieve. We have so many facts in the areas that, in our opinion, make us the team and the club that we are. And then on avoiding panic, I think that we have to be, uh, what we have to be is clear. Instead of panic, understand if I mean, understand if that happens, why it happened, and bring clarity. And when you analyze that, you accept that and be better. That's it. And that's the thing we have to do. Yeah, I had a person. I mean, there was a pundit who said Arsenal had been really panicking in so many aspects of the game against, Southampton, which I don't know if it was real, but the way he was describing it as Arsenal before they even started playing, they were already in bad shape. Once Southampton scored, it was, you could see that the players were like not really putting the passes together and stuff, and they were like thinking, overthinking games and stuff like that. But yeah, we will see that. We will see that how it goes. But I don't think we panic so many times in games. It's just nervousness. On how he feels positive after the two defeats. First of all, analyzing what I have done, the decision I have made, the reason why we lost, and what I would have done differently if I had to play that game again and make that selection again and send them certain messages. That's the first thing. And then understand what the players need in this moment and what kind of manager and what kind of message is the best one to perform and to be better the next day. And that's my only focus about me. It's about them trying to help. That's why that's my job. And I'm focused on that. I mean, you better analyze well, Miguel, because what you did at Southampton is not good. It's not good to me. You better analyze that and change things and be happy and probably make things work for you, in my opinion, because it hasn't been working well. It hasn't been the situation that we need at Arsenal. We should be fighting for 3, 4 trophies, but now we are down to two, which I don't think we are capable of winning both. We will just win one and we'll be ready to go for the next season. That's just me. If you still think we are winning Champions League, be my guest. On discovering the identity, I mean, that's not really important. On today's training session, I think training session has to have different elements and it's to be related to the messages that we send and the compromise and the commitment that we have done between us. I try to have all those messages and commitment as much as possible in as many situations as possible, and training as one of them. Okay, that's great, Mikael. Various ways, but no results on what that meant. That stays in the dressing room. Okay, on when he started noticing Victor Gyökeres. Well, he's been on our radar for years, and the most recent moment that we really looked at is it is as one of the top target was around December of last year when we started really to think about, especially with the issue that we had with Kai and what we had to do in our front line and to become one of the main candidates and then the main candidate to be part of our club. Okay, Mikel, about Gyökeres, there's so many things. I feel like everything was just about Gyökeres. Anyway, we are done with that, guys. You can go read it. Doesn't really help us with anything. Let me get to comments here. It's not unless if there's something else that I haven't seen, but most of it is just Gyökeres. We know he was in Sporting, so um, nothing really on the other spot. I mean, that's it for guys. Let's move on and do our thing. All right, let me see a comment here. I'm gonna get back to you. The official therapy guy. What do you think about Mexico 2026 World Cup kids? I haven't actually seen it. Let me take a look at it. I haven't seen it. I don't know why. I haven't really driven into World Cup yet. Mexico kit. How does it look like? Um, let me see. Official. Um, I mean, it looks nice. It's just with the white and the green one. Yeah, they look nice. Yeah, that looks beautiful. Um, yeah, I think Mexico really. I mean, they're such a good team that the only thing is they had good players before, but now I don't think they have very many good players. I haven't been really concentrating on them, so I don't know how they're even gonna perform in the World Cup. But if you know, let me know. But if you have been watching them, you can just let me know. I don't know how far they will go, but I've seen so many players in Mexico. The guy that was at Arsenal, what was his name? Who played for Mexico? Viola. I think his name was Viola. Yeah, probably Viola or someone. There was a guy who was a Mexican who played at Arsenal. So I mean, it looks beautiful. I don't know if there's anything wrong with it. What do you like it, or you think it's not bringing the culture that you like? Well, but World Cup is coming, so we'll dive into it when we get there, um, in in the summer, because it's gonna be here in the US, so we will be in position to watch. We might do some live stream on the game if the games are being played late like this, probably. Excuse me. We may have some, watch alongs and stuff like that around. So stay tuned also for World Cup, and transfer news will also be booming on the channel. And subscribe to if you haven't subscribed yet, and we will be bringing you the latest. World Cup we will do some few live stream on the World Cup. We also do transfer news and stuff like that. So, well, like I said, we also having a podcast coming on next month. So you guys be ready for us, all the sport lovers. We will have some guys. If you want to also join and be part of the guests, just go to my X or to my Instagram, and you can just DM me there. And yeah, if you have time to be part of the guests. We will be looking for at least one or two people to come. We already have three guys, so every time we'll have one person come in for the podcast. We pre-record it and also send it out if you want to be part of that, like podcasts and talking football. World Cup, we'll also dive in, look at some Arsenal players, and also talk about the season coming up. So also it will be massive. Like with sports, this season is just going to be so many things to discuss, and we cannot really run away from it. So it's going to be part of the game as well. So yeah, anyway, guys, there's nothing really much. Let's hope Arsenal will go on and win against Sporting, and we will see exactly what will happen at the end of the match today for some people, or tomorrow for other people. So basically, it's been really, really entertaining, really, really informative, and it's been a very, very wonderful stream, guys. And thank you for subscribing, thank you for liking, and thank you for being part of the show as well. And thank you, Gerald and Clark, for really being on there. And thank you also, the official therapy. Thank you for joining the stream as well. Thank you for subscribing us, and also hype the stream once we're done as well. And we will be back again tomorrow after the game as usual to discuss the game. And this is the picture that we have Mikel and David Raya already in Portugal and chilling out in the arena. We shall see if they will chill also at the end of the season. David Raya also spoke, actually. He had a press conference talking about, using their ability that they have at the moment to play that game. So let's hope the chilling out, they're already here in Portugal and having fun. Let's hope it's going to be a big boost for us at the end of the season, really, that we have made it either to the finals or the or the semifinals of the game, and possibly Arsenal will go and win a lot and a lot of games. As it comes to the Premier League, we have 7 games left, and also we have Champions League quarterfinals getting on the groove today, and hopefully we win, guys. And yeah, there's nothing really much to say, and it's been a pleasure. It's been wonderful chatting with you guys. It's been wonderful talking with you guys. And I believe all of you will watch the game and we'll come back again after the game tomorrow to discuss what transpired in the game and what you like about the game and what you didn't like about the game. And it will be massive for everyone really to come on and discuss. If we get beat, also we'll be here. If we win, we will be here. If we have a draw, we will be here again tomorrow to discuss this particular team, and see what the Champions League will bring. So for those ones watching later, please subscribe and be part of the show and be part of the stream as well. Thank you so much, the official. Thank you so much, Clark, and thank you so much. Who else actually was in the chat? Adeline Torres. Thank you so much. Classy Lopez. Thank you. So, yeah, appreciate everyone when we were locked in. All right, you guys are legend. I will see you guys tomorrow and have a wonderful day or a wonderful night. One love and I appreciate your time. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.